Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another edition of This Week in Kyrix. Today is Wednesday, September 6th of 2017. Oh boy, it's a bit of a doozy. This will probably be kind of short, just based on the fact that I am exhausted. It's like 11:20 at night. And, my bike actually just got a little harder to ride today. I don't currently have brakes on the thing, because my brakes are in such a way that if they're tightened properly, they lock, because it's a really fucked up kind of brake that just doesn't set properly. But if you don't tighten it properly, it gradually loosens until it doesn't work at all, and that's where I'm at now. All I really got to do is get my friend over here to adjust it, but I haven't been able to get a hold of it. So I was trying to cross, not even a road, just like, you know how there's an outlet street and there's two sidewalks, like when someone's leaving a neighborhood kind of road? Trying to cross one of those, and this truck had all the time in the world to stop, but she decided to coast leisurely to a stop and fucking thump the back half of my bike, and now my rim's a little bent. Not so much that it's unrideable, but enough to cause me some difficulties riding it. It's gonna take a little extra effort with each pedal now, because of that woman not fucking braking in time. She had all the time and space in the world to brake, and she didn't. She's like, oh, I'll coast. He'll stop. Can't stop, lady. Thanks for that shit. I really wish I'd stuck around to get her fucking license number, make her get me a new rim. But, yeah. On the plus side, Clicks was fun today. It was a Commons tournament, and I swept the shit out of it today. I went undefeated. It was great. No idea what I'm getting as a prize. Should have something in next week for me. But, there will be no Star Trek this month because of a couple different reasons, mostly like there's no kit and all that, so that saves me some money. My laptop's cord is all kerfuckety. I have two cords. I've had two cords for some time. One of them is just literally held together by duct tape. The other one is not, but it's actually in worse condition. It doesn't work at all. This one barely works. I have ordered a new cord, but it's not due for another 10 days, according to eBay. So kinda wish I'd pushed for express delivery. I thought it would be here in like a week. No, something like 10 days. So that's the thing. With any luck, it'll be here much sooner, and I will have a reliable power source. Because I'm hoping it's just the cord and not the computer that's fucked up. I'm pretty sure it is. Because I had the same issue with the other laptop as well. So, I think when the new cord comes, I should be fine. Also, I have my fry cutter, so now I can make French fries whenever I want. I just need like a 10-pound bag of potatoes, and good stuff, that. Pokemon, I did really well this week. We have actually started a new thing, or at least it was a thing that we had sort of going on before I showed up. We have a mini-league going on where basically each week we keep track of how many wins we get, and last week I had 2, or this week I had 2. And I am currently in the lead, so that's fun. I'm also working on, training Pokemon, gathering legendaries, that kind of thing. I had rented Pokemon X, but the copy I get didn't work. God, not get. And when I mean didn't work, I mean I put it in the 3DS and it didn't even register that it was there. It's like, oh, there's no game there. So I told Gamefly, hey, this thing isn't working, send me another one. It should be here by tomorrow, perhaps, depending on where they mailed it from. Could have come from California, for all I know. It's probably here. Following that, I will get, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Yes, I already own it, but this is a copy that I can get more shit on that I can't normally have access to without deleting mine. So then I will pass it on to Anubis so that he can get stuff off it, and then he'll just put it in the mail or send it back, and that's that. I mentioned last week that I was dog sitting, and my roommate's mother gave me $50 for that. So I now have reserved Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as a dual pack. So that's a thing. I have, even though I cannot do Let's Plays, I have nonetheless started the groundwork for my Tales of Symphonia Let's Play, in that I am on the Let's Play file, beating the game, getting all the titles and all that shit. I'm barely into it right now. I am trying for 3 of the hardest titles simultaneously. One title is for Lloyd, where until a certain boss, which I'm almost at, but until a certain boss, I cannot switch from his default weapon, which means I'm having to skip anywhere from 2 to 6 weapon upgrades until that boss fight happens. And that sucks. That sucks a lot. Another one is Genus's. This one's much harder. I cannot use gels, which are your healing and magic restoring items, until like the quarter mark of the game. So that's going to be fun. And finally, the last one for Colette is I can't let anyone die until I'm significantly further in the story. And that's what's making me have to keep resetting. Fortunately, I've started saving frequently, so the resets don't hurt that much. I also got another tricky one early on, which is Berserker, which is, on paper, very easy to get, but time-consuming. You basically put the game on hard mode, and then fight 256 battles. And it's definitely worth having because the stat gains you get are ridiculous, especially as early in the game as I am. So that's fun. So I'm basically... There's a new Game Plus feature for the game. You could use the grade, which is sort of a secondary score / currency you get. And you can use it at the end of the game to buy things for the next game. Like, oh, I'm going to keep all of my titles, or I'm going to keep all of my techniques, or whatever. And stuff like, oh, I'm going to level 10 times faster, or keep all my money, that kind of shit. And those are things that I'm going to use for the actual Let's Play to save time. Because we don't need to have me grinding for an hour and a half for a single fight when I could just gain massive XP. The fact that I have a save file that lets me do that proves that I can beat the game fairly. Yeah. Also, I feel dirty for this. I saw on sale that Final Fantasy VII and 8 were on sale for like $5 when they're normally 10. So I got those along with Parasite Eve 2 because I have the first one, why not? So yeah, at some point those will definitely become Let's Plays, and I feel dirty because I own them. I hate those games. Who knows, maybe the Let's Play will reignite my love of those games. Maybe after 10 fucking years I'm ready to like those games again. But who knows? There are parts of the games that I will admit are incredibly fun. You know, I mean, if the main characters weren't so garbage, that would help. If the main villain, if 7 wasn't so garbage, that might help. There's lots of things against those games. And I keep dodging around the elephant in the room. And I'm going to do so again. I have actually started up my new channel, which will not replace this channel. It is a review channel. Right now I've got 3 Star Wars book reviews up, plus my channel trailer and a video explaining my scoring system for the Star Wars audiobook reviews. 5 videos. I would love to have them monetized, but I need like 10,000 views before that happens, so I don't think it'll ever happen unless maybe there's some huge market for this shit. I don't know. Please check it out. I could use the views. Every view gets me closer to being able to monetize. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Just select the video, exit out. Select the video, exit out. You know. And monetizing won't do a lot for me, but it could give me another $1 or $5 at the end of every month if I'm really lucky. And that, believe it or not, as stupid as that sounds, that goes a long fucking way. Like today, I came back from Heroclix, or as I was coming back, I stopped by the other gaming store, found out there's no Star Trek tournament. So I'm like, oh, I get to keep that $5 I had set aside. So that opens up, you know, wet food for the cats and toilet paper and a lot of shit. Something as simple as $5 opens up a whole fucking world of possibilities for me. Because I am that poor. Also, I've been able to do PMVs again, so that's fun. I will be hopefully doing more in the near future. I'm really good at procrastinating. We'll see what comes of that. Now, the elephant in the room. Hurricane Irma. That's a thing. I'm in Florida. I have actually been keeping tabs on this thing. There was a funny picture on Facebook. It's like, yeah, Florida problems when you're bitching because the hurricane hit Category 3 and now you have to give a shit, which is really true. Anything under that, and we just don't care. We really don't. It's going to be bad. There was I don't remember what the place was, but one of the islands that Hurricane Irma hit allegedly totaled like 90% of the fucking country. It's Category 5 right now. There are multiple projections of where this thing can go. Yesterday, that is to say the 5th, because it's almost tomorrow now, but yesterday, the pathways, all but one of them looked good for us, where it's just going to go off to the East Coast, because I'm on the West Coast of Florida. The other one looked like it was going to the Atlantic, and that was the bad one, because A, it can hit us, B, it could hit Texas again. And I've been telling people, half jokingly, if that thing hits Texas, we're not going to have a Texas anymore. It kind of didn't survive the first one, you know? The new projections I've been seeing, again, all but one of them miss me completely. And the final one puts it right up the middle in Florida as a Category 3, where it's basically going to hit Miami and lose steam until it chugs along to where I am. Nothing direct, so that as long as that holds, we're good. Oh, I really pity the rest of the state. But like I explained to my friend in California, I said, when you live in Florida, you gotta just accept that sometimes you gotta throw half the state under the bus. It sucks, but if it's not hitting them, it's hitting you. And really, which would you rather have? You know? I mean, I'd rather that thing swing all the way back out into the fucking Atlantic. I said Atlantic earlier, I meant Gulf. I'd rather that thing fucking turn around, go to the Atlantic, aim towards Europe, and peter out into nothing. But that's not gonna happen. You know? So, second choice, I'd rather not be hit by it at all. But, that's kind of a thing. I'm not particularly concerned. I mean, the roommate's taking prep. He's stocked up on water. I'm going to be. It's a matter of not having containers, and everybody's out of stuff. So I've actually been buying milk while it's cheap and drinking those and saving the jugs. And I'll just get them filled somewhere or fill them at the tap. At this point, water's water, you know. I don't think anything will come of it. Roommate's also been taking measurements for boards in case we gotta board up the windows. Like I said, where I'm at, the Tampa Bay area, Pinellas County specifically, is in just this beautiful sweet spot where it's next to impossible to hit us directly. It can happen, but I don't think it's happened in like 50 to 100 years. It certainly hasn't happened since I've been alive. So, here's hoping it continues to not come my way, but who can say, really? Not much else to talk about, so I'll cut it off here. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week, everyone. Bye-bye.